Whose Grandma Is This? By Geraldo Gabriel. Tell us one more story. Grandma, begged Delania and Justin. Grandma chuckled, all right, but then lights out. She settled in. Once upon a time, your grandma, in her ratty housecoat, found herself at the Grammys. Red carpet, flashing lights, famous singers, and there I was, in my slippers, yelling at Beyonce. Delania giggled. Whose grandma is this? She asked. That's my grandma, Justin exclaimed. Did she meet Jay-Z? Grandma winked. Almost. I tried to give him my opinion on his new album. Then what happened? Delania inquired. Security escorted me out. Grandma sighed. But I left an impression. I'm sure. Next story, Justin urged. Grandma took a drag. Remember my love for a good nap. Well, once, I had such a deep sleep on the toilet. I woke up with my head in the bowl. Delania and Justin burst into laughter. Whose grandma is this? They chorused, falling off the bed. That's my grandma. All right. Justin gasped. Did you fall in? Grandma shuddered. Let's just say the porcelain gods were not kind. But hey, at least I woke up refreshed.
Then there was Atlantic City, Grandma recounted. Slot machines, blackjack tables, the whole 9 yards. I hit the jackpot. Won enough money to buy every soul food restaurant in the Bronx. Delania gasped. Whose grandma is this? She cried. Did you really? Did you splurge on some amazing fried chicken? Grandma chuckled. Of course, and collard greens. Enough to feed the whole neighborhood. Justin grinned. Sounds like a party. Now this one's a doozy, Grandma warned. One night, after a little too much fun at a jazz club, I woke up with a pounding headache and a pigeon staring at me. Delania and Justin giggled. Whose grandma is this? They chorused. Did you lose your purse? Grandma shook her head. Worse. I woke up with a feather stuck in my hair. Apparently I'd tried to make friends with the pigeon. The next thing I remember, I was waking up in a heap of garbage.
And then there was the time Grandma paused dramatically. I woke up in a coffin. Can you believe it? I heard the dirt hitting the lid. I panicked. Started banging on the inside, yelling for help. I used my cane to pry open the lid. It took a while, but I finally managed to break free. I even used my housecoat as a makeshift blanket. I wiggled and squirmed until I finally popped the lid open. Turns out, the mortician had buried me alive by mistake. The poor man, he fainted when he saw me crawling out of the ground. I had to walk for miles before I found my way back to the city. My feet were sore for weeks. Delania and Justin were wide-eyed. Whose grandma is this? They whispered. That's my grandma. All right, Justin gasped. How did you get out? Grandma grinned. I wiggled and squirmed until I finally popped the lid open. Turns out, the mortician had buried me alive by mistake. The poor man, he fainted when he saw me crawling out of the ground. I had to walk for miles before I found my way back to the city. My feet were sore for weeks. And then there was the time I went surfing, Grandma continued, and guess what? I rode a shark, a real, live shark. I even managed to take a selfie with it. Imagine that, me, Grandma, riding a shark and smiling for the camera. Of course, I had to hold the phone real steady, with my teeth. Delania and Justin burst into laughter. Whose grandma is this? They chorused. Just as Grandma reached the climax of her shark riding selfie, the front door swung open and their parents walked in. Grandma, we're here, their mom called out. Delania and Justin, still buzzing from Grandma's incredible stories, rushed to greet their parents. Guess what, Mom and Dad? Delania exclaimed. Grandma told us the most amazing stories. She went to the Grammys, she surfed on a shark and took a selfie. She even escaped from her own grave. Their parents exchanged bewildered glances. She did she? Their dad chuckled, eyeing Grandma with a mixture of amusement and disbelief. Whose grandma is this? He muttered under his breath as they walked towards their car, shaking their heads in amazement.